He was a boy raised by birds, a boy who lived with chickens for so long that he started to behave like them. A human being raised by chickens. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am your host Dr. Senay, and here I am with the story of a Fijian man, Sujit Kumar, who lived with birds. He is now a grown up who never learned to speak but only showed mannerisms of chickens. How did he come to live in a chicken coop? Well, when Sujit was a very young child, some gangsters took the life of his father, and due to the traumatic events that followed, his mother fell into deep depression, had no help, and finally she took her own life. Sujit fell into the care of his grandfather, who did not show him any love. The cruel grandfather decided to lock the 6-year-old Sujit in a chicken coop, where the child ended up living for years and years. Guys, can you believe this? This is a case of an utterly tragic and most horrific child abuse that we can ever hear about. But there's a beacon of light that shone on Sudhir's life when his very compassionate caretaker, Elizabeth Clayton, found him. He was a grown man, roosting, pecking, and scratching like a chicken. He was often quite unaware of what was going on around him, except for just spending time scratching the dirt for food. His fingers had turned inwards from scratching around the dirt. Guys, the only way Sujit Kumar communicated with anyone was through making a rapid clicking sound with his tongue. Guys, now where did Elizabeth Clayton find him? Sujit had been handed over by welfare officers who had found him on the middle of the road in his remote village in Fiji. They had handed him over to a home for old people. When Elizabeth Clayton found him, she was shocked that he had been tied to a bed in the old people's home. Guys, would you believe that he had been tied to that bed for 20 years? They would hose him down and throw some food at him. That was all. He had been aggressive and violent at that old people's home. And it is not at all a surprise. After all, he did not know anything about humans. The staff then tied him onto a bed. That was so cruel. Through Clayton's intervention, he is now treated well and has been receiving a lot of help. Sujit is no longer tied to a bed. Sujit is calmer now. He has a Fijian male caretaker who takes him to learning centers. And guys, let's think about this. See how the respect of the highest form shown by Elizabeth Clayton for a less fortunate and marginalized human being changed Sujit's life. He is learning how to be a human being and how to be treated like one. He's also learning to understand what love and acceptance are. Let's hope human kindness in our world would help others too who have gone through horrendous forms of abuse in their lifetime. Thank you for joining me tonight, guys. See you next time. Good night. And this is Dr. Sene signing off.